Hello and welcome to Mastermind with me, Clive Myrie. In the spotlight tonight are Rory O'Donnell, a regional aerospace manager. His specialist subject is the comedian Bob Mortimer. Lucy Fleming, a zoo engagement officer, whose subject is dolphins and porpoises. Beth Leonard, a teacher. She'll be answering questions on the singer Eva Cassidy. And Roger Easy, a solicitor. His subject is the England cricket team under Michael Atherton. The difficulty of the challenge for our four brave contenders tonight cannot be overstated. They must survive 2 minutes of specialist subject questions and 2.5 minutes on general knowledge for a place in the semi-finals and the chance to become the owner of this magnificent glass bowl as Mastermind champion. But survival isn't the end of it. They must actually thrive, come out on top in an atmosphere as intense as any they will have ever known. Who's got what it takes? We'll soon find out. So can I ask our first contender to join us, please? Your name?
Rory O'Donnell.
Your occupation?
I'm a regional aerospace manager.
And your specialist subject?
The comedian Bob Mortimer.
The Middlesbrough-born comedian, author and former solicitor. One half of the double act, Reeves and Mortimer. In 2 minutes, here we go. Mortimer first met his long-term comedy partner, Jim Moyer, while watching him perform as his alter ego, Vic Reeves, at what London venue?
The Goldsmith Tavern.
Yes, in his autobiography, Underway, Mortimer mentions 3 people who were always on his wish list to appear on Shooting Stars: Rod Stewart, Meat Loaf, and which politician?
Margaret Thatcher.
No, John Prescott. In the stage and television show Vic Reeves' Big Night Out, what's the name of the judge, played by Mortimer, who presides over the section of the show called That's Justice?
Judge Nutmeg.
Yes, in the 2022 Christmas special of Mortimer and Whitehouse Gone Fishing, Mortimer and Paul Whitehouse travel overseas for a fishing adventure in which country?
Iceland.
No, Norway. Which character in the comedy podcast Athletico Mince has Mortimer said is based on a town clerk he worked for while employed as a trainee solicitor in Southwark in the 1980s?
The Alderman.
Yes. In a 2018 appearance on the comedy panel show Would I Lie to You, Mortimer claimed that he always cracks a raw egg into his bath, following advice from which singer?
Chris Rea.
Yes, in Mortimer's 2022 debut novel, The Satsuma Complex, what's the first name of the legal assistant who has regular conversations with a talking squirrel?
Gary.
Yes, in the 2004 series Catterick, Mortimer plays Carl Palmer, an ex-soldier who has returned to his North Yorkshire home in search of his son after serving in what country?
Cyprus.
Yes, in his autobiography, Mortimer says that rather than do exercise, he'd prefer to clean a jumbo jet with what item?
A toothbrush.
No, a mouse's eye patch. Which singer was supposedly denied membership of Mortimer, Reeves and Jules Holland's hobby group, the Gentleman's Motorcycle Club, because when they met him, he was wearing light tan, shoelaced pantaloons?
Jarvis Cocker.
No, Paul Young. What's the title of the 1992 television comedy pilot, sometimes known as The Meat Festival, starring Reeves and Mortimer as 2 friends in search of the perfect sausage?
The Weekenders.
Yes, in his 2019 appearance on Desert Island Discs. I've started, so I'll finish. In his 2019 appearance on Desert Island Discs, Mortimer's selections included a piece from a symphony by which English composer?
Vaughan Williams.
It was Ralph Vaughan Williams. Rory, at the end of that round, you had no passes. You've got 8 points. And our next contender, please. Your name?
Lucy Fleming.
Your occupation?
Zoo engagement officer.
And your specialist subject?
Dolphins and porpoises.
Yes, the aquatic mammals in the infraorder Cetacea, other than whales. In 2 minutes, here we go. The porpoise species Phacina phacina, which is seen in British waters, is sometimes called the common porpoise, but has what other name that relates to its nearshore habitat?
Harbour porpoise.
Yes. What collective name that refers to their dark coloration is commonly given to a group of 6 large species of dolphin, including the orca or killer whale?
Blackfish.
Yes. What subspecies of Hector's dolphin, found only off the west coast of New Zealand's North Island, was declared critically endangered in 2000?
Maui's dolphin.
Yes, 2 virtually blind species of dolphin which rely on echolocation to navigate are named after different rivers of the Indian subcontinent, the Ganges and which other river?
Indus River.
Yes, dolphins' teeth are typically described as cone-shaped, whereas the teeth of porpoises are usually described as having the shape of what tool?
Spade.
Yes, Commerson's dolphin is divided into two subspecies, one that lives around the southern tip of South America and a larger subspecies native to the waters surrounding which island group in the Indian Ocean?
Kerguelen.
Yes, the 4 dolphin species in the genus Sousa are known by what collective name that refers to the platform-shaped structures some of them have beneath their dorsal fins?
Humpback dolphins.
Yes, what's the modern name of the coastal dolphin species found throughout the southern hemisphere that includes a subspecies called Fitzroy's dolphin, named by Charles Darwin?
Dusky dolphin.
Yes, which species of porpoise, the largest on average, is also regarded as the fastest, capable of swimming at speeds of up to 34 miles per hour?
Doll's porpoise.
Yes, what's the standard term for an unusual behavior of striped dolphins in which they spin their flukes rapidly as they leap out of the water?
Rototailing.
Yes, orcas in the North Pacific can be divided into resident, transient and offshore types based on their habitats and behavior, with the transient type also commonly known by what other name after a Canadian biologist?
Bigs.
Yes, which genus, that includes the Chilean dolphin and heavisides dolphin, has a name derived from Greek words meaning head and snout?
Cephalorhynchus.
It is Cephalorhynchus. Lucy, at the end of that round, you've got no passes. You got them all right, 12 points.
Thank you.
And our next contender, please. Your name,
Beth Leonard.
your occupation,
Teacher,
and your specialist subject.
Eva Cassidy.
The American singer whose music found an international audience after her death in 1996 at the age of just 33. In 2 minutes, here we go. Eva Cassidy was renowned for her original interpretations of well-known songs, including her cover of what Oscar-winning song from The Wizard of Oz, which appeared on her album, The Other Side?
Over the Rainbow.
Yes, which singer had a UK #1 single in December 2007 with a duet featuring the late Cassidy's vocals on What a Wonderful World?
Katie Melua.
Yes, what was the name of the senior high school that Cassidy attended and while there joined a new band called Stonehenge?
Robert Goddard.
No, Bowie High School. Which singer and musician wrote the song Penny to My Name, originally recorded as a demo by Cassidy?
Roger Henderson.
Yes, at what studio in the city of Rockville did Cassidy first meet her future collaborator, Chris Biondo, around 1987, while recording vocals for an ensemble project called Method Actor?
Black Pond.
Yes, after hearing Cassidy's demo tape, Bruce Lundvall, the head of Blue Note Records, arranged for her to sing guest vocals on what 1994 album by the jazz group Pieces of a Dream?
Goodbye Manhattan.
Yes, what was the first name of Cassidy's paternal aunt who contributed $1,000 towards the cost of producing the 1996 album Live at Blues Alley?
Isabel.
Yes, after Cassidy was diagnosed with a terminal illness, at what venue in Washington, D.C. was a benefit concert held on the 17th of September, 1996?
The Bayou.
Yes, a year after Cassidy's death, her parents agreed to give which American record company, founded by Bill Straw, the exclusive rights to release all of her recordings?
Blick Street.
Yes, what was the name of the BBC Radio 2 producer who in the late 1990s first introduced Terry Wogan to Cassidy's music, leading to her songs being featured regularly on his radio show?
Paulie Walters.
Yes, between 2001 and 2003, 3 of Cassidy's albums posthumously reached #1 in the UK chart: Songbird, Imagine, and which other?
American Tune.
Yes, Cassidy's fan base was further broadened when her version of Fields of Gold was used by which American figure skater for her exhibition routine at the 2002 Winter Olympics?
Michelle Kwan.
It was Michelle Kwan. Beth, at the end of that round, you had no passes. You've got 11 points.
Thank you.
And our final contender, please. Your name,
Roger Easy,
your occupation,
solicitor
and your specialist subject.
for England cricket team under Michael Atherton.
The England men's team under the captaincy of the Lancashire opening batsman, primarily from 1993 to 98. In 2 minutes, Here we go. Michael Atherton's first Test match as England captain was at Edgbaston in August 1993 against which country, who won by 8 wickets?
Australia.
Yes, which former England captain had appointed Atherton but then resigned as chairman of selectors during the Edgbaston Test and was succeeded by Ray Illingworth?
Keith Fletcher.
No, Ted Dexter. In the first innings of the Headingley Test against South Africa in August 1994, Atherton had made 99 runs when he was caught and bowled by which player?
Macmillan.
Yes, in the final test of England's tour of the West Indies in 1994, Brian Lara made a record-breaking innings of how many runs?
375.
Yes, which player took 5 wickets for 44 runs in the final match of England's victorious one-day series against Australia in 1997?
Darren Gough.
Yes, in July 1995, during a match against the West Indies at Old Trafford, which player became the first England bowler for 38 years to take a Test hat-trick?
Dominic Cork.
Yes, in December 1996, which side were England's opponents in a match that ended in a draw with the scores level, the first time this had happened in a Test?
Zimbabwe.
Yes, before the Ashes tour to Australia that began in 1994. Atherton summed up which player in his diary with the description: too old, liability in the field, recent Test record, not good.
Mike Gatting.
Yes, when Atherton batted for more than 10 hours to save the Johannesburg Test in 1995, which player partnered him for most of the final day and remained unbeaten on 29 from 235 balls at the close?
Jack Russell.
Yes, at the 1996 One-Day World Cup, which Atherton later described as a disaster from start to finish for the team, England's only victories were against the Netherlands and which other side?
United Arab Emirates.
Yes, in 1994 at Bridgetown, Barbados, which player became the first England batsman to score centuries in both innings of a Test against the West Indies?
Alex Stewart.
Yes, Atherton resigned as captain in 1998 but returned briefly to the role in 2001 in place of the injured Nasser Hussain for Ashes Tests at Lord's and which other ground?
Oh, gosh. Old Trafford.
No, Trent Bridge. Roger, at the end of that round, you had no passes. You've got 10 points.
Thank you.
At the end of the specialist subjects round, let's have a look at the scores. In 4th place with 8 points, it's Rory. In 3rd place with 10 points, it's Roger. In 2nd place with 11 points, it's Beth. And in 1st place with 12 points, it's Lucy. So now it's general knowledge, and if there's a tie at the end, then the number of passes is taken into account, and the person with the fewer passes is the winner. And if they're tied on passes as well, it's a tie break. So let's ask Rory to join us again, please. Rory, you start with 8 points. You've now got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Here we go. The chalk cliffs of Dover are commonly described as being what colour?
White.
Yes, in Asian cookery, taki, as in shiitake, enokitake, and maitake is the Japanese word for what foodstuff?
Mushroom.
Yes, what's the title of the Emmy Award-winning television medical drama series, first shown in 2004, starring Hugh Laurie as a cynical but talented hospital doctor?
House.
Yes, George I succeeded to the British throne in 1714 following the death of which queen?
Mary.
No, Anne. What Toronto landmark opened to the public in 1976 was, for more than 30 years, the world's tallest freestanding structure?
CN Tower.
Yes, in classical mythology, what term derived from a Greek verb meaning to flow is used for a freshwater nymph who lives in a spring, river or lake?
Pass.
What fast-paced ballroom dance has a Spanish name that translates as double step?
Cha-cha.
No, Paso Doble. Which British singer had a UK #1 album in 2009 entitled It's Not Me, It's You, featuring her chart-topping single, The Fear?
Lily Allen.
Yes, in May 2025, the Chinese player Zhao Xintong became his country's first world champion in which sport?
Snooker.
Yes, what Italian term, commonly translated as in the fresh air, is often used in English to describe outdoor dining?
Al fresco.
Yes, in 2001, which Australian author was awarded the Booker Prize for a second time for his novel True History of the Kelly Gang?
Pass.
The name of the Jewish religious holiday, Yom Kippur, is usually translated into English as the day of what?
Fasting.
No, atonement. In 2012, a smaller branch of the main Louvre Museum in Paris was opened in which northern French city in the Pas-de-Calais region?
Rouen.
No, Lens. A well-known funeral speech by Mark Antony in the Shakespeare play Julius Caesar begins, "Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your..." what?
Ears.
Yes, which British entrepreneur, credited with inventing the bagless vacuum cleaner, was ranked number 5 on the Sunday Times Rich List for 2024?
Dyson.
Yes. What 1952 Western film starring Gary Cooper as Marshal Will Kane did John Wayne accuse of being un-American?
The Alamo.
No, high noon. What's the word for either of the two front parts of a jacket or coat that are folded back on each side and join onto the collar?
Cuffs.
No, lapel. Which Czech composer wrote the 1893 orchestral work? I've started, so I'll finish. Which Czech composer wrote the 1893 orchestral work, popularly known as the New World Symphony?
Dvorak.
It was Dvorak. Rory, you had 2 passes. The Australian author awarded the Booker Prize for a second time for his novel True History of the Kelly Gang. That was Peter Carey. And in classical mythology, the term derived from a Greek verb meaning to flow, used for a freshwater nymph, naiad. So at the end of that round, you've got 18 points. Next up is Roger. Roger, you start with 10 points. The score to beat as it stands is 18 points. You've got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Here we go. The simple children's game in which one player tries to find others who've concealed themselves is called hide and what?
Seek.
Yes, what word for a mountainous type of geographical feature is derived from the name of the Roman god of fire?
Contour.
No, volcano. In 1759, which future US president married a young widow named Martha Dandridge Custis?
Teddy Roosevelt.
No, Washington. What 2018 film, which won an Oscar for Best Picture, stars Mahershala Ali as a classical and jazz pianist and Viggo Mortensen as his chauffeur?
Pass.
The ancient Indian epic poem, the Ramayana, was written in what language?
Sanskrit?
Yes. Which metallic element has the chemical symbol W, derived from its alternative name, wolfram?
Tungsten?
Yes. A female badger is known as a sow. What's the corresponding term for a male badger?
Pass.
Which British poet and playwright wrote the lyrics for the 1728 work, The Beggar's Opera?
John Gay.
Yes, on a bank statement, the letters SO stand for what term for a form of regular payment of the same sum of money taken from an account?
Standing order.
Yes, what long-running stage musical, which opened in London's West End in 1981, features songs entitled The Jellicle Ball, Memory, and The Journey to the Heaviside Layer?
Cats?
Yes, which Flemish portrait painter born in Antwerp in 1599 has a pointed style of beard named after him?
Van Dyke?
Yes, in June 2025, the Olympic gold medalist Armand Duplantis set a new world record of 6 meters and 28 centimeters in what athletics discipline?
Pole vault.
Yes, what was the name of the Archbishop of Canterbury who presided over the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II in 1953?
Lord?
No, it was Geoffrey Fisher. Pete Beale, Ethel Skinner and Dr. Harold Legg were among the characters who appeared in the first episode of what British television soap?
EastEnders.
Yes, which university is the oldest in Scotland, having been officially founded in 1413?
St Andrews.
Yes, an orchestral piece entitled Sailing By is usually played on Radio 4 immediately before the final broadcast of the day of what regular item?
The shipping forecast.
Yes, which American singer and actor born in Hoboken, New Jersey in 1915 was nicknamed Old Blue Eyes?
Frank Sinatra.
It is Frank Sinatra. Roger, you had 2 passes. The term for a male badger, boar. And the film starring Mahershala Ali as a classical and jazz pianist, it's Green Book. Which means at the end of that round, Roger, you've got 22 points.
Thank you.
Next up, it's Beth. Beth, you start with 11 points. The score to beat, as it stands, is 22 points. You've got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Here we go. The name of what infectious disease is commonly abbreviated to the letters TB?
Tuberculosis.
Yes, what's the term for a tennis stroke made by a player who returns the ball before it has touched the ground?
Volley.
Yes, the formula half the base multiplied by the perpendicular height is used to calculate the area of what geometric shape?
Triangle.
Yes. The 1978 UK chart-topping single Matchstalk Men and Matchstalk Cats and Dogs by Brian and Michael is a song about which British artist?
Lowry.
Yes, a wine bottle known as a Methuselah can hold as much wine as how many standard bottles?
4.
No, 8. What was the name of the Russian chemist who, in 1869, compiled an early version of the periodic table of elements?
Mendeleev.
Yes, Dawn of the Dinosaurs, Collision Course and The Meltdown are the subtitles of sequels to what 2002 animated film?
Ice Age.
Yes, which island at the entrance to the Bay of Naples is home to the Blue Grotto Sea Cave and the Punta Carena Lighthouse?
Ibiza.
No, Capri. What's the three-letter word for the female of ground-feeding birds such as the pheasant, partridge and grouse?
Hen.
Yes, in January 2025, a project manager named Jake Brown and the former soldier, Leanne Quigley, were the joint winners of what reality television game show?
Big Brother.
No, The Traitors. The medieval chronicler who, in the 12th century, wrote his influential History of the Kings of Britain, which popularised the legend of King Arthur, is most commonly known as Geoffrey of where?
Northampton.
No, Monmouth. What three-word name is given to the financial crisis of 1720 caused by the share price collapse of a London company trading with plantations in Latin America?
Pass.
Which religious figure, whose feast day is the 1st of February, is the only one of the 3 patron saints of Ireland who is female?
Pass.
The Water of Leith is a river that flows through which Scottish city?
Edinburgh.
Yes. What two-word Latin term is used in English, particularly in a legal context, to mean sane or of sound mind?
Convus Mentis.
Yes. Which French statesman who died in 2023 served as president of the European Commission from 1985 until 1995 and during that time oversaw the creation of the EU single market?
Pass.
It's Jacques Delors. Beth, you had 2 other passes. The religious figure whose feast day is the 1st of February. The only one of the 3 patron saints of Ireland to be female, that's St. Bridget. And the South Sea Bubble was the 3-word name given to the financial crisis of 1720. At the end of that round, Beth, you've got 20 points.
Thank you.
And finally, let's have Lucy again, please. Lucy, you start with 12 points. The score to beat to get through to the semi-finals is Roger's 22 points. You've got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Here we go. What term symbolised as a letter C inside a circle indicates that a literary work is legally protected and cannot be reproduced without permission?
Copyright.
Yes, the Palme d'Or or Golden Palm is a prestigious award presented to the best film at what annual film festival?
Cannes.
Yes, on a German restaurant menu, the word speck refers to meat from which animal?
Chicken.
No, pig. The Riverside Museum in Glasgow, which opened on the River Clyde in 2011, was designed by which Iraqi-British architect?
Guggenheim.
No, Zaha Hadid. In the late 18th century, which UK Prime Minister fought a duel on Putney Heath with a rival MP named George Tierney?
Disraeli.
No, Pitt the Younger. The Kentucky Derby horse race, first run in 1875, is held at which racecourse in the city of Louisville?
Apple Green.
No, Churchill Downs. The battles of Ir Drang and Dak To and the siege of Khe Sanh were major engagements in which 20th century conflict?
The Second World War.
No, Vietnam. Which actor who played the Doctor in Doctor Who from 1974 to 1981 was made an MBE in the 2025 New Year's Honours List?
Colin Baker.
No, Tom Baker. According to a title of a 1934 novel by James M. Cain, who always rings twice?
The Devil.
No, The Postman. The song One Dance, which spent 15 consecutive weeks at #1 in the UK chart in 2016, is by which Canadian singer?
Drake.
Yes, the 1953 play entitled L'Alouette, or The Lark, by Jean Anouilh, tells the life story of which French saint?
Joan of Arc.
Yes, histidine, lysine, threonine, and tryptophan are examples of what type of organic compounds that combine to form proteins.
Amino acid.
Yes, which Roman god is typically depicted in art as a mischievous winged infant holding a bow and arrow.
Cupid.
Yes, what large metallic structure built in Brussels in 1958 is a model representing an elementary iron crystal, magnified 165 billion times?
The Eiffel Tower.
No, the atomium. In 2020, the former head of the Financial Conduct Authority, Andrew Bailey, took up a new role as governor of which financial institution?
The Bank of England.
Yes, in the human digestive system, the pylorus is an opening that allows food to pass into the small intestine from the base of which organ?
The stomach.
Yes, which lyricist wrote the words for many of the songs composed by Elton John for the film and stage musical The Lion King, including Circle of Life and Can You Feel the Love Tonight?
Tim Rice.
Yes, the national... I've started, so I'll finish. The national flag of which Southeast African country features a depiction of an open book, an agricultural hoe, and an assault rifle?
Angola.
No, it's Mozambique. Lucy, at the end of that round, you had no passes. You've got 21 points.
Thank you.
My word, that was tight. Let's have a look at the final scores. In fourth place with 18 points, it's Rory. In third place with 20 points, it's Beth. In second place with 21 points, it's Lucy, which means in first place with 22 points, it's Roger. So he goes through to the semi-finals. Congratulations to him. If you'd like to be a contender in the next series, please go to our website, bbc.co.uk/mastermind, and you can follow us at Mastermind Quiz. Join us again next time for more Masterminds. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
After Lucy's specialist subject round, I thought I was toast. I knew I had a lot of work to do in the general knowledge round. And then in the general knowledge round, I had a fair amount of passes. Pass, pass. So I thought it was over. So really, really pleased and surprised to have come through in the end.
And your specialist subject?
The England cricket team under Michael Atherton. I chose my specialist subject because I'm a bit of a cricket tragic. Can't bat, can't bowl, watch it on the telly. Darren Gough?
Yes.
Zimbabwe?
Yes.
Alex Stewart?
Yes. Roger, at the end of that round, you had no passes. You've got 10 points.
Thank you. I didn't imagine that it would be my name being read out at the end of the show.
In first place with 22 points, it's Roger. So he goes through to the semi-finals.
My advice for anyone thinking of coming onto the show is give it a go. If I can do it, anyone can do it.